But how do you almost win 10? Who's playing a $10,000 bingo game? That's awesome. That's quite a pot. How much does it cost to play, though? But how much is, yeah, the pros are there, right? Oh, that's not, I guess, yeah. It's like what they do. You should. They're locked in. Oh. Good evening, Bill Taylor here, Ken's 5 Digital Center on this Tuesday night, the final Tuesday night of 2025. Here we are. It is New Year's Eve. You may have just heard us. We were talking a little bingo. Oh, that's the 7-day or 14-day. What am I saying? David, I think we're routed on a different computer. All right, we're going back because we don't want to reveal that just yet, do we? No, we don't. But no, we were talking bingo, and our very own Mike Jimenez, he's off tonight. And so he's playing a little bingo, having a good time. One number away from 10 grand on the bingo card. I was like, man, where are they playing that kind of bingo? That's an incredible amount of money. But it's only $10 a card, and somewhere on the south side, you said, David, whose game is it?
There's a place on the south side.
Oh, it's like a bingo, parlor.
Off Military Highway.
That's too cool. I know the Lions Club out in Helotes plays on Friday nights. I don't know if they get those kind of pots going, but that's a lot of money. I'm like, I'm going to start playing some bingo. Are we good? We routed?
Yeah.
Okay, yep, got it. We're right. Thank you. Hey, congrats. I won third, so I broke even, but you won it all, huh?
Won it all.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Yes. What's the name of your team again?
Skywalkers.
The Skywalkers, because he's Luke Whitney. He's the Skywalkers. My fantasy football team, my wife came up with this years ago, and I've kept it. It's great. The torrential rains. Come on. I love that one. Hi, Marcy. Good to see you. Already just above freezing at Bernie. Look at this, 34. They're at 34 already. 41 New Braunfels. This should be the coldest night of the season. This really should be, and that's why the National Weather Service has issued a freeze warning. 5 counties, not including Bear. So Bear County is not in this warning. It's going to be Medina, Frio, Atascosa, Wilson, Karnes. That's going from left to right. If you're new to the area, Hondo's the county seat for Medina County. Often confused, there's Medina, Texas, but that's up in Bandera County. It's a small town west of Bandera. Then you've got Pearsall for Frio, Pleasanton for Atascosa, Floresville, Wilson, Karnes City is Karnes. And so what's happening is, even in those communities, those county seats, they're probably going to get to maybe 33. I don't know that they'll freeze, maybe 32. It's going to be the outlying areas, low-lying spots that'll dip into a freeze for the first time. And so typically the National Weather Service will issue a freeze warning when it's going to be the first one of the season. And because it's only going to be a light freeze, that's why I'm not saying protect pipes. This is not a protect the pipes kind of freeze. That's a hard freeze situation where you're going 6 to 8 hours at 32 or less. Not going to be the case this go around. This will be 30 minutes to an hour tops at 32. It'll rebound quickly. The air is bone dry, and so it gets cold, but then it warms up fast once we get the sun up. So yeah, let me just show you what we're anticipating overnight on the lows and see if the models have changed their opinion any from what we saw this afternoon. No, still 35 in the city, and then you see what I mean? Outlying spots right at 32, 31 Kerrville and Bernie. Bernie might go to 29 or 28 with being at 34 already. I would say colder than that for sure. Cold night in Bernie, Texas. And so you can probably put Comfort at about 30 tonight. You know, all those little low-lying spots. And I'm going to tell you what, if we're at 35 in the city, Hondo 33, I bet you Hondo goes to about 31, because the Medina Valley always gets colder out Highway 90. For sure, for sure. Okay, good to see you guys. I want to double check that I'm not missing some comments. No, not. Okay. So, pretty quiet weather pattern. Other than the temperatures and this little freeze warning, we don't have much of a change to talk about tonight. But I will show you that in case you're traveling for New Year's Eve, tomorrow is the eve of our 2026, and so Tuesday's off the map here. But, driving in Texas is looking problem-free. Just like last week's Christmas travel forecast, hardly a problem to find. I mean, a mild New Year's Day, mid-70s across the board, upper 60s at Dallas and Amarillo, everyone else in the 70s. I mean, just picture perfect. Now, in case you are going to our airports, let me find the air travel forecast just to show you what we've got awaiting you and possible delays at our major cities' airports. Only God knows the future, but Bill Taylor can predict the weather for the future. Thank you, Brian. Amen to that. And blessings to you and yours, my brother, on an awesome new year. All right, so once again, the West Coast. It looks like Los Angeles, both tomorrow as well as New Year's Day, we'll see the delays. Everywhere else looks good. Chicago tomorrow. And then on the day after New Year's, January 2nd, doesn't look like we see any delays nationwide. Weather-related anyway. Weather-related, so important to emphasize that. But look at what Poth. Yeah, Poth will be in the freeze warning tonight. I bet you they get down about 32 out there in Poth. Love Poth. Sylvia, one of my favorite shirts. I got a Poth shirt years ago when I went to an elementary school there, and just big P, O-T-H. And I wish I still had that shirt. I have a lot of shirts I've kept for too long, and that's one I wish I still had. I don't know whatever happened to that one. So let me show you what happens after the coldest morning of the season, which, by the way, San Antonio is yet to hit 32. And so I showed you that said 37. I really think we get to about 35 overnight. Let me just make sure that we don't have a updated time, because this is 5 a.m. Yeah, see, okay, this is a little bit more accurate now. Let's go to 6 a.m. on that and drop that 5 a.m. business. Where are you at? Oh, you know what? We're going to do it this way. Play it to that pause. And now we'll delete. Well, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and set all new pauses just in case. So we'll go to 6 for the 35. We'll go to the high, 65. There's 66. And then look at how much warmer on Thursday morning. We're going up 10 degrees. And then look at Thursday afternoon, the first day of the year. A little precip on the model data there. So yeah, there you go with mid-70s already by Thursday, first day of the year. Now, first cool front, I'll call it. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a cold front, that's for sure. Well, Jorge, it depends. That's a really complicated question in the sense that, sleet, remember, is when it's coming down frozen and melts, but then hits a cold air layer at the surface and refreezes. So you've got to have at least a 32 or below that between here and I would say upwards of a couple thousand feet. And then it refreezes right before it reaches the surface. Because it above that, almost a temperature inversion, you'll have a warm air layer that melts it on its descent. But then as it gets closer to the surface, in that bottom 2,000 feet, it's 32 or less, and it refreezes into sleet. Hola, Olegario. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Castroville, probably a light freeze, Julia. The Medina Valley is always colder than San Antonio. I think we go to 35. I think you guys are around 32, maybe even 31. Adolfo, Oh, absolutely. God bless you. Yeah, I mean, look at this. We're going to be 83 by Friday. This is kind of a peak at the 7-day. You know, we'll show you the 14-day in a moment. Average high 63. Look at how many days, even with the front, we're going to spend above average. 20 is the peak on Friday. Front sends us down to 14 above average. That's more or less the way to look at this front. It's just going to reduce the amount above average. You know, it's not a cold front. It's a not as warm front. Corpus Christi. Not going to freeze, that's for sure. Well, I say that's for sure, but I haven't looked at their forecast. I can definitely take a look-see for you. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. So tonight, 44. Not even close. I'm in 63 Wednesday, 73 New Year's Day, 80 on Friday, and no rain in sight. Really nice weather down on the coast. That's for sure. For sure, for sure. All right, guys. So, Hayden, what's happening? No, Jared, I wish there was some in the forecast. Nothing. Not a drop. I know, Hayden, for real. Flying around. Awesome. I really did. We got a new granddaughter, got a new son-in-law. The family's been just busting with blessings, I'll say. And it's been a wonderful holiday season for us. So thank you very much. Hayden, I hope you and your family are blessed. Christmas and an incredible 26. You're welcome, Rose. Absolutely. So look at Happy New Year. Look at that. And, oh, I should show you. Let me give you the actual New Year's forecast so you get an idea if you're heading out tomorrow night. Tomorrow, final day of the year, 64 to 66. You know what? I'm going to adjust that right now. Mostly sunny skies. Winds are south. Winds were calm today, but they'll pick up out of the south and warm us up a little bit. But then evening temperatures, probably in the mid-50s. Definitely call that chilly. And then a chilly 50 at midnight for your fireworks shows. Yeah, maybe not as, you know, that'll be the lowest possible is 50. You know, 'cause we'll only go down to about 43 or 44 Thursday morning. Oh, you know what? Year-ender. This is really sad. Just to look at the rainfall. Look at the first several months. May and June, incredible amount of rain. That was really the bulk of our rain. I mean, look at that. That was almost 14 inches, right? 6 and 7. Oh, don't do it. 6, 7. There we go. There it is. There it is. And then August was beneficial, but then look at that. I mean, over the stretch of 4 months, we had about not even 3.5 inches of rain, where we should have had that in September and October alone. But we didn't even get those numbers in 4 months. I mean, we really hit the brakes, and I'm putting December in at 0.3 of an inch because we won't see rain tomorrow. And look at that, you know, where we were pacing pretty good over the summer, and then we finish not terrible, I mean, but almost 5.5 below average. Hola, Ernesto. Good to see you. It's okay. Hi, Kelly. You're welcome. So from La Vita, your 14-day forecast, my friends. I've got to get going. Go get ready. Go Spurs, go. Come on. Tomorrow night, the rematch. New York Knicks are in town. Don't forget, they got us at the Cup final a week or two ago, so time to get some revenge. So yeah, big warm-up is the story after tomorrow morning's cold. We'll get to 83 Friday, then the front cools us off a little for the first weekend of the year, but a spectacular weekend awaits. And then you can see highs near 80, no rain in sight on this 14-day forecast. No rain in sight. All right, love y'all. God bless you, and we will see you on Ken's 5 News at 10.